let's get... I have the Bayard ready to go. Whoops. Cancel, cancel, cancel. They're proactive in that they are looking at players who are doing things. Several years late, rating, I would say better late than never. There is a certain individual at Wargaming North America headquarters who I have a ton of respect for because he's really taking it upon himself to look at these people and do something about it. Whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not, it's happening. And I have respect for that person for doing that. CasualTeaDrinker, Bayard, straight 8s game. Subs. Oh my god, 3 subs and a carrier.
Yeah,
But
this game was not fun, but I made it work.
But you're in the Bayard, so you make it work. There you go. Let me get your volume up a little bit so people can hear you. So this is CasualTeaDrinker, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Cthulhu, how is what known? Wargaming is not making any announcement in terms of handling players, as far as I know. All right, so Hubble, let me ask you, Bayard, are you a fan of this ship? Is this a ship that you just started playing? What's going on?
So I pulled it from the Santa crate, and I already had mines, so I was like, and from the tier 8 clan battle season, I was like, which one's better, Bayard or mine? So I kind of took Bayard out for a bit to do some scientific research.
Jam, you're exactly right. It really depends on who is working in the particular server. On NA, we've got at least one person who's working very hard on this. I can't speak to EU and Asia and stuff. Anyway, moving right along. So, you've played a few games in the Bayard, but you don't think that is your favorite. Is that correct?
Yeah, I like. I still find it's the same kite ship that Mines is. I just don't like how I don't have the overmatch that Mines has by default. So, but it's a fun fire starter.
So, for those of you guys who don't know, the Bayard was the original ship that Wargaming used to test 1/5 HE penetration. Not 1/4, not 1/6, 1/5. What Wargaming did was they reworked HE penetration and made it so that ships that are tier 8 and above pen 1/5 caliber instead of 1/6. It might not seem like a big deal, but with IFHE, that ensures 32 millimeters of pen versus essentially not. So this is the test ship that Wargaming used to figure that out. And here you are shooting at a Bismarck, which doesn't really matter one way or another, because Bismarck's got 50 millimeter pen or armor. I mean,
and
so for you.
I think I only pen 30 millimeters right now because I don't have IFHE, so...
Okay, 30, yep. So you're just looking to start fires. If you have IFHE, then maybe you can pen some more. You can at least pen the 37? Or 38?
Yeah, it's 37. It's 37.
37. That's important because you're shooting at North Carolina right now, and North Carolina has 38 millimeter deck armor. I thought 1/5 HE pen was it's applied to all tier 8 plus carry light cruisers, exactly as SAT says. So in other words, even if you want to pen 32, even with 1/5, you need IFHE. That was kind of the point that they were making. You have to make the decision. Do you pen with IFHE or do you not and go for fires? So, I can't remember. Did you say you have IFHE on this, Captain, or no?
I do not.
Do not. GS Patton, yes, to a certain extent, 1/5 does allow you to pen heavy cruisers, correct, yes, but not the battleships. That's kind of the balancing factor. So you're looking for fires then. You've got one so far.
Hey, your fire chance has not been particularly good so far. I mean, you're up to like 80 hits. Oh.
Yeah, RNG is not with me.
No.
But Yeah, what I really like though is your positioning. I mean, take a look, right? You have a Bismarck, a Richelieu, and 2 others that are pushing into C-cap. You're in a perfect position to just take advantage, kite and burn them, and, you know, stall their push here. And that's something I find that Bayard is very good at. It is a very good ship at, you know, stalling pushes. Much like the Colbert, which its hull is actually... For those of you wondering, this ship actually shares a hull with the Colbert. You might not think it, but it actually does.
It does. I can see it.
It's also... I think it has the same internal armor that Colbert does, so it's kind of trolley, close-range broadside. But yeah, that's kind of the same thing that Bayard does as the Colbert. It's basically just a kite and burn HE spammer. And this Bismarck, he's making a mistake by pushing in. Sure, they have the cap now, but you know,
you gotta. So like, the big thing about the Bayard is you wait for the enemy to DCP. And then you use a reload booster. Now, the Bismarck has not DCP'd the 1 fire, which is interesting because a lot of players will DCP 1 fire.
Yep.
Now, you're on 2 fires. Okay, he's still burning.
He has 3 fires. No.
There it is. There it is. He DCP'd. Now is when you use your main battery reload booster. Get him on fire again.
Mm-hmm.
You're not using it.
Do I do it? I don't think I'm looking at the stream though, so I'm not sure. I don't think the delay would be. So.
Yeah.
Delay's about 10 to 20 seconds, depending.
Yeah.
So
I think he's on 20k. Oh yeah, I still got another fire, but yeah. I think
he's quite low. You figure he's probably going to die anyway, which my guess is why you didn't use your main battery reload booster. And yes, the AP is really good too. True.
The great thing about Bayard is because that has that reload booster, it has I think it has like the highest burst DPM of pretty much any of the tier 8 cruisers. I think you can achieve like I don't know what its base DPM is, but
Richelieu,
I know you can achieve like
Richelieu
plus easily.
Richelieu DCP. This is when you use your reload booster right now. He DCP'd 1 fire, get him set on multiple fires again. Also, good job. I think you just kind of happened to be behind the Akizuki smoke, but...
No, I tried to purposely put myself behind that Akizuki smoke so I could get closer.
Okay. So, anyway, DCP right now, or reload boost. Like, get him on fire again. There you go. There you go. AP.
And
broadside.
That's the burst DPM. So the main battery reload booster, for those of you wondering, works by effectively cutting your main battery reload in half for a maximum of 15 seconds. What that means is that Bayard has a base reload of 7.5 seconds before any modifiers. That means you have a 3.7 second reload for 15 seconds, which gives you, again, like I was saying, the highest burst DPM out of any of the tier 8 cruisers. You even have better DPM than the Mines, you have better DPM than Cleveland. You have better DPM, yeah, pretty much than everything compared to everything else.
Yep, I agree with SAT. No need to use torpedoes against the Richelieu. He was turning away. Maybe it felt better. Fire your torso.
Yeah, I tend to like have like if I have torpedoes on a boat, if I feel like I'm gonna die, I kind of just throw them out there.
Sub. Screw everything else. Kill the sub. You saw the ping go by. He's detected now.
Yeah, I don't think I shoot him.
All subs must die.
True.
But anyways, back to the matter at hand. You are farming the North Carolina now, which is fine. And then he dies. So much for your farm.
Yeah.
That is what we call in the industry, ladies and gentlemen, a broadside.
So, okay, now here's the question. Do you go after the Ochakov knowing that you are quite low on health, or do you kite away? Personally, I would probably turn away here and not let yourself get possibly wrecked by the Ochakov radar.
Yeah, I was like, I think I just skill gap him. I think that was...
Yeah,
that's skill gap? What?
Skill gap. Exactly, bro.
What?
There you go. That's the mentality. That's what
we're thinking. Skill gap him. Well, you got AP loaded, and he's broadsiding. So, LOL, here it comes. Skill gap.
And the thing is, right? Like the North Carolina is sitting right there. He has to turn into you, because if he doesn't, he's just gonna get gutted by the NC anyways. So,
Oh, God.
yeah.
God
That's
damn.
why you go rushing Ochakov.
And what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a skill
Well-
issue.
More to the point, where are the Ochakov's guns looking?
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Where are
It's...
they looking? What? Oh, that was painful to look at. And now you just reload boost the Kozak because he's super close.
You don't have... Oh, yeah. Skill issue.
Exactly. Nicely played, man. Nicely
Well,
played. That was beautiful.
There's the Ochakov's guns. He was too busy trying to send torpedoes that would never hit.
Hello?
Happens a lot with cruisers, especially when they see an enemy nearby. They're like, "Oh, torp!" That's right, Hujam.
Torpedo! My torpedoes!
Well,
Yeah.
now you can engine boost into the cap at least.
Yeah.
Ochakov
Bayard was
went
really fast.
I think I don't think I was running speed flag, but I think it was like I know it runs like 40 knots at least with speed flag. I think, with the speed boost.
Think it runs 43. It might
Okay.
actually run 43, yeah.
Mm.
No, because it is Colbert, right? So Colbert does 33 base. I think it's the same hull. It should be the same engine as well. So it... I don't know. Actually, let me check. Let's see. Where's this? Gotta fact check this.
Either way, I just love how you're like, I'm just gonna outskill this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That's
Sometimes
what
it
we are.
works. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Oh, it's 34. Okay. So it's 35.7.
And now you're practicing torpedoes on your Akazuki friend?
I am, yes.
It goes 43. Okay, yeah, it goes 42.8. So, yeah. So, it is the fastest of the Tier 8 cruisers. I think Martel goes like 42 flat. Goes just a smidge faster. So, yeah. He's a
You have
fast
to-
boy.
And the problem is you have to be moving straight and not touch the rudder, which
Yeah.
you haven't
which
done
I
so.
kinda have to do.
Meanwhile, Alabama casually obliterating the Otago in the background.
And then there's the ram. So now what are you left with? Kagero and Shokaku. Oh my god.
We go a little bit of piggy hunting? What do you think?
Yes. Yes.
Oink oink.
Oink oink oink.
This is a good replay to end the stream on.
Oh, I was kind of sad. You thought you're gonna review my Hawker replay, but okay.
Sorry, Shockwave. It'll come.
He's okay.
It's on the list. It's on the list. It will all be moved up.
Honestly speaking, though, I have an even better career replay where I did 280k and almost lost because I had two teammates sitting behind an island versus one Musashi, even though they could have YOLO'd both of them. Both could have YOLO'd him because I was sitting right there. Like, ugh. I actually wanted... I wanted to cry. That was...
I think that's going to be the topic for this replay casual. It's going to be outskilling the enemy.
Outskilled.
Outskilled.
Outskilled. I mean, that's kind of the thing, though, right? Like, if
I
you
think
have a
I'm-
gap to take...
You know
Just
what?
take
If you don't mind casual, I think I might use that when I cast the next COTS. I think I might just say, look, so and so is planning on outskilling them.
Skill gap. Skill difference in skill. It's kind of a shame. I don't actually have Bayard. I played it. I got it as like a rental or something a few.
How do you not have Bayard?
months ago. No, because I went for mines instead, and I just
Hmm.
never bothered.
I do like
Because
mine
mine's-
better, though.
I know mines for me is just more consistent, and that's because
yeah.
it doesn't just explode the moment, because Bayard doesn't have mines' chunkiness, and nor does
No.
it have mines' reliability in terms of doing HE damage, because it doesn't have the 38mm pen.
Correct. The 1/4 HE pen is huge.
Mm.
The blessed German 1/4 HE pen.
It's
Blessed be thy pen.
Blessed be thy not having to lose fire chance in order to get HE penetration.
So,
Oh,
CasualTeaDrinker now just sailing towards the Shokaku, which has been spotted.
Now we do a little bit of press W and a little bit of AP, and that's a fresh Shikaku for the dinner table.
Hello, Mamba1. How you doing? You have Bayard 2, Hujam says, but I use it co-op because co-op rewards aggression. Damn right it does. 1/4 HE pen transfer mines from
Mediocre to
mediocre to broken overnight. Yes. And
Yeah,
here we
true.
go.
But it's also the
AP.
fact. Oh, who's gonna be spicy?
I like this. Broadside carrier AP makes sense. This is good. HE's not going to do anything because HE will just trigger a DCP for a minute long.
And no fire scout. Now
Right.
we do a little bit of farming, boys. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's
What
CB
did it
striking
do?
me. I wasn't really happy about that because I wanted to stay.
Mamba, unfortunately, I'm about to end my stream, but please put your Salem game in the Discord if you haven't already, and we can take a look at it perhaps next week, next Sunday.
Crunch his face. Crunch him. Crunch him.
And, well, he got crunched, but not by you.
Yeah.
well.
I didn't get the
Yeah.
Kraken, I don't think. I think I. Yeah.
Denied.
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
They got more overpens than pens, I think, also. I didn't really see, but.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think you might have aimed like a smidge too high.
Yeah.
Probably.
But it's also a broadside CV, and I don't play CV, so I don't know their holes that well. So it's like,
Just aim central line.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When in doubt, just aim for the Citadel. That's
I'm
always
going
what
with
I do.
skill issue here.
Skill issued, more like.
I still can't believe, like, okay, so initially what you're doing, you're kiting away, you're farming battleships, no problem. That's what you'd expect a Bayard to do. And then you're like, nope, I'm just going to go charge this Ochakov because he needs to die. Like, all right. Here it comes.
Can I say something about Terry Cruisers? Their
Please.
armor is just trolly. Because I caught a Cleveland broadside on my Petro just now.
Hmm.
Nothing but overpens.
I think
Good.
Cleveland has
Yeah,
space
that
armor.
The Cleveland doesn't have spaced armor. It's just at
Does
the
it?
water line. It's the Citadel's water line.
Oh,
It's right at
okay.
the water line. I think there's like a something
Now,
30 millimeter.
the Cleveland Citadel is split into two.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. But
Although I
everybody
think-
thinks it's waterline. I don't know if it's changed since last.
take
but
a
it's always
look.
been split.
I
Wargaming
can
did
take a
change the
look.
Citadel. It used to be very, like, what put in a set split, and also like under the water line to the point where Citadels were very rare for Cleveland. But if I remember right, Wargaming actually changed the Citadel to make it into an actual box
Mhm.
that's like predictable to hit and stuff.
Yeah, because otherwise you would just get overpens. And
Here we
even
go.
now, because
Here you go.
because
Outskilling the
Cleveland is
Ochakov.
so-
Damn.
Yeah, Patton's absolutely right. Cleveland doesn't have a lot of armor to begin with, and it's also a very narrow ship. So battleships just tend to overpen it unless it's angled. And that's kind of the reason why you overpen at Cleveland so much.
Well, remember back when Cleveland was tier 6? That's when it had the split Citadel and it was impossible to kill. And then Wargaming, in their infinite wisdom, raised Cleveland to that of tier 8, and then changed the Citadel, and then like it was all downhill.
But the Citadel now has boxes, but the thing is, it has a
Mhm.
51 millimeter internal deck. That's why you get so many bounces, because everything just skips over it.
Hmm.
So the only way to actually Citadel the Cleveland reliably is to actually punch in through it like a 40-degree angle-ish, and it'll just go into the 127 millimeter box that is the Citadel and just blow it up. Because otherwise, if you shoot a flat broadside, you'll just overpen, because it's just going
Mhm.
to skip over that roof.
I see.
Yeah, especially at very close ranges too, because shells don't have enough time to actually plunge into the Citadel itself. So what you end up
Gotcha.
doing is just hitting that roof. Hence I think the same thing holds true for Helena as well, I believe, because you know how Helena is super trolly, and such. Like, I think it's the same.
Well, either way, Shota, thank you very much for the follow. I hope I said that right. We're gonna have to move to the stream ending